Welcome to Show Em The Dore, the only podcast where we don't have our tripod because of Chris's boss.
That's true.
My name is Willem Azzinnaro. This is my lovely co-host, Christopher Conway. And those voices out in the lobby, I do not know who they are, except for Ardalan. But they're laughing.
One of them's Ardalan.
They're having a good time out there.
Yes. I don't know how this looks. Ardalan said it was a bit more of an intimate angle. So
I'm afraid. Hope it's good.
Hey.
Hope you like it.
We have a decent amount of sports to talk about.
I'd say so.
I know we at least have a women's basketball game and four baseball games to discuss.
So much baseball.
That's a lot of baseball.
So many bases. Couple balls.
I have to also imagine we had a men's game. I know we're also playing a men's game right now.
We are?
Yeah. We're playing let's Czech Republic. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure we're losing. But
Czech Republic is still a thing.
I don't know.
I know they used to be Czechoslovakia, but
we're playing Arkansas.
Ooh.
We're down 10-15.
Happens.
We lost to Florida.
That makes sense.
By 13.
Yeah. Good old Todd Golden.
Yep. The fighting WCCs.
Fighting WCC alum. And that's all, dude.
Willem, have you seen any of these games?
Nope.
Okay, you're a color commentator. I guess we should start with women's basketball.
Yeah.
We played also Arkansas in Bud Walton Arena.
Bud Walton.
And we won.
Let's go.
It was big. What was interesting though is there was like a weird like double ejection. So early in the game, Camille Pierre, she got a tech. It was a kind of soft tech for like kind of chest bumping somebody as they were like walking.
Happens.
But then later in the game, I forget the name of the Arkansas player, like Pierre like shoved the ball into like her chest after like a foul or something.
Is it the same person she bumped, or is it just?
It might be a different. I don't know exactly.
Interesting.
And she goes and throws it at her head.
The Arkansas girl?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Arkansas girl immediately gets ejected. They give Pierre another tech, and so it's like a 2 techs and you're done kind of thing. I think it was probably a bit soft on both of them, but we came out with a dub, so who really cares?
It is what it is, you know? These things
Jordan
happen.
Cambridge is playing hurt, as she always does, which kind of sucks. We had a really poor shooting night. Like, I think at halftime we were shooting like 19% from the field. Just, gritty defensive game that
that's what it is.
Produced little offense and a lot of sparks. Like, it was like a very chippy game. Because I think both us and Arkansas are like bubble watch teams.
Yeah.
And so
there's a lot of emotion to it.
Yeah.
Intensity.
Because like we need these last few wins. Right now, I think ESPN's bracketology has us as a first 4 out team.
Oh.
Which that's kind of rough, but comes with the territory.
That is what it is.
I think that saying that we haven't gotten much better this year, despite the outcome. I mean, like, I don't know what you're looking at if you're not seeing that, you know?
Yeah. Like, what more could you ask?
Yeah. Obviously we had a lot of hope early in the season that we were going to be, like, really, really good. But I think being a tournament team would be a big win for this program.
Oh, yeah. Like, year 3?
Yeah.
In her tenure?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And last year everybody got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some success.
I think so.
That's a good investment.
With some big name players coming in.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I think that a win's always a good win, especially over an SEC rival.
Yep.
We have 2 more games left in the season, in the regular season before the SEC tournament. I want to say one's maybe against Texas A&M. That's pretty soon. But I don't know if we have any more home games. So we might have to make a little bit of a road stand to make it into the tournament and then maybe have a good little SEC tournament run. That'll get us in the tournament.
Yeah.
I think that the tournament is still very attainable.
Oh, super, yeah.
I think we're going to end up... I saw a thing where, assuming that there were no big upsets over South Carolina and Tennessee, respectively, today, our floor is 8th in the SEC. Where our ceiling, I think, was like 4 or 5, maybe. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. Good week overall for women's sports.
Yeah.
Men's basketball lost to Florida.
Happens.
Looks like trash.
Is what it is.
Fire Stackhouse.
Fire Stackhouse.
Then Alan Lubin has looked really good the past couple games. And it's really sad that he's probably going to transfer because of the fact that he's a sophomore. And yeah. Because he's like if he was playing the position that he should be playing in an optimal offense, which is like a 3 or 4. I mean, man's averaging over the past like 3 games like 20 points.
Yeah, he'd be going crazy if he wasn't.
Imagine we had like a true center, a true 4. He could play that kind of 3-4 split. Oh, it would be so nice. I feel so bad for Ezra. He's such a good guy.
I know.
He's such a good player. I just want to have a team of all of Stack's best players, which would be
the All-Star game?
Yeah, the All-Star game of like Ezra, Tyron, Scottie Pippen, Rodney Chapman.
Oh, RC.
Liam. Who's like I guess Jordan Wright. Mm-hmm. Who's playing the 4? 2021 Miles Duty? 2022 Miles Duty?
Big boy Miles?
Yeah, who's our 4 here?
Well, I mean,
he inherited guys like Saban Lee, but like...
I don't know how long he actually played there, and Saban was like a 3 at best.
Yeah.
Aaron Nesmith?
Is he a 4?
Nope, he's a 2.
Okay.
You can bump up Jordan to the 4 and call Aaron the
we need a
small
4.
forward.
Who played 4 last year?
Colin.
Oh.
He's young
and hurt.
He could end up being one of those guys if he stays.
He's probably not going to.
Have you heard all the stuff about court storming?
It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Court storming should never be banned.
Yeah.
The guy was like, everyone was like, he's gonna tear his Achilles. It was what happened was like a guy they stormed.
It was Wake Forest beat Duke.
Yeah, and
at Wake Forest.
Yeah, Wake
Forest. It was
Forest
nice. It was Gonzaga transfer. Hunter Salas went crazy, and they won the game. And so, big upset. Unranked team beats Duke. You're storming the court, as one does. Kyle Filipowski.
Ugh.
Kyle Filipowski. Legitimately, yeah. He's like good or whatever. Well, he's good. He's just one of those Duke guys, you know.
Like on the Grayson.
You always have one. It's been Grayson Allen, JJ Redick, Christian Laettner. But the thing there's always a white guy for Duke that everyone hates.
But the thing is Christian Laettner and JJ Redick, they weren't like soft. They were hated, but they weren't soft.
Yeah.
Like Grayson Allen was a baby.
He was incendiary. So like he started things and that's why people hated him.
Yeah.
Laettner and Redick, especially Redick got hated just because he played for Duke. Laettner played the villain a little bit more, but like not to the extent of Grayson Allen. Like Redick was just hated because he was the white guy on Duke that played really well because they always have one of those like every decade. I think Filipowski is more like he wants to be like Laettner. Like he's just Laettner if he was soft.
Yeah, but like being soft is like the opposite of being the villain, in my opinion. Yeah. The thing is, I don't even think Grayson Allen is being the villain. He was just a bad guy.
I do believe he's a bad person. Like genuinely,
I genuinely think he's a bad person. Like that's just my thoughts.
Have you seen him like tripping guys?
That's what I'm saying. But then he would and then
he's out there
all
like he's gonna cry. It's like, dog, what are you doing?
You can't be doing both of those.
And he reminds me of Peyton Pritchard, which is just terrible for Peyton Pritchard. Because like Peyton Pritchard's a good guy.
Yeah, seems
he plays
like
ball, plays for the Celtics. Grayson Allen is just kind of a bum.
He legitimately is. But so at first they were like, so Filipowski or whatever his name is, he was like walking off the court. He actually pushes a fan.
Yeah, he like initiates contact, arms out, goes at him.
Fans like run into him, like bump knees or whatever, and then Filipowski goes down.
He goes down and he's injured.
And so everyone's like, we need to ban court storming.
Protect the players.
Bro,
don't push a fan.
Bro tore his ACL now because of the fan storming the court. That's going to make huge impacts on the game. To be clear, it went from he tore his ACL. Well, he might have sprained his ACL. Well, it actually is his ankle. And then today it was like, yeah, his knee's a little sore, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be totally fine.
So, like let's
He'll miss a game, maybe, perhaps.
maybe.
After he initiated contact with a fan.
Yeah, like I think he should get
You
suspended
do that
a
in
game.
the NBA, you're gone for a little bit, and
I
they
think
will.
He gets suspended.
Yeah, you are suspended, and they'll fine you. NCAA, they'll blame the fans because they're college kids. You know.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Imagine you're at Wake Forest.
Is that the tripod?
No.
Okay.
That's always there. Tripod is like big and like looks totally different.
Okay,
Like
I believe you.
brownish,
I believe
anyways.
you. I was just like,
Yeah, that's always there with this one. But
so there's now been a large discourse over banning court storming.
Dickie V posted on
Awesome,
Facebook,
baby.
and he was like, "This happened at the Wake Forest game. It was great, but they stormed the court, and Kyle Filipowski got hurt. So, you know, people are talking about, should we ban it, should we not? What do my followers think?" And he's never ended a post like that before, and it just made me laugh. And
There was
everyone in
no
the
awesome,
comments,
baby?
no, everyone in the comments was like, "You're so right, Mr. Vitale. We need to get rid of it." And if you look at his post, he didn't make a stance. He didn't say which one we should
don't
do.
understand
He just asked your opinion, and you're all agreeing with him saying we should get rid of it. If you believe that you should get rid of court storming, you've never been to a college basketball game.
I don't think it's limited to basketball. Like
Football.
People storm fields, courts,
Don't be throwing stuff, but like
pitches.
storm, like it. There's no bigger expression of pride in the program from a fan base than storming the court. There's no trend or anything else in any sport that I can think of that shows as much vigor, passion, and excitement for a program. You know?
I think the best storm of a venue that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So when Tennessee beat Alabama 2 years ago in Neyland
And
Stadium.
they took the
goalpost down.
Crazy stuff, dude.
So there's like really sad storming of things. Like for instance, didn't Vandy storm a field? Like
after we beat Florida.
Yeah, where there was like people going down like orderly fashion the stairs.
Yeah, one at a time down
Like
that thing.
yeah, like
Bad, rough video, but
rough video.
I mean, I'm gonna get onto the field. It was also during a break.
Sure.
So like not that many people were
But
there.
like
Let's
also,
note.
if all the people were there, we still wouldn't have filled up the field.
Yeah, that's the bad
That's
thing.
what was cool about that field storming, UT versus Alabama, is you couldn't
got like
see the
140,000
field.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah.
And it's all orange.
And yeah, and like, I don't know, seeing that I was like, wow. Like this is what it's about, you know?
That's the game, man. Like that is the game. You see that and it's like this is
Dude, I would have sprinted for a
this is the peak. Are
pylon.
you kidding me, dude?
I would have sprinted for a pylon so fast.
Yeah.
If
Just
I
get
could have got
any little keepsake.
If I could have gotten a pylon from the 2021 Alabama versus Tennessee game,
That's a collector's item. That's memorabilia.
like that would probably have been sold for like thousands of dollars.
Yeah. That's like on the same wavelength of like the like what do they call like the papal
The artifacts.
artifacts?
Yeah.
Like the
No.
Pope blood and stuff.
That would be crazy.
Crazy.
But
Anyways.
anyway, drop a comment on if you think.
Yeah, what do my followers think
yeah,
about
what do
this?
all of our
I'd like to
viewers
hear
think?
your uneducated opinion. Just kidding. You guys are probably educated.
If you watch this podcast, you probably watch.
If you watch this, you watch me, and honestly, that's all you need.
Bars.
Is that true?
Nope.
Am I not wrong?
Yep.
So stupid. On to baseball.
Baseball. We have played 3 games versus the Gonzaga Bulldogs and Bulldogs. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 1 game versus the Indiana State Fighting Larry Birds.
Yeah.
And first game, game 1, Carter Holton on the mound. Carter Holton throws 5 innings of 2-run baseball, which all occurred in the second inning. He had a completely dominant first inning. Second inning,
thanks, man.
thank you. Second inning, it was a bit rough, and he allowed 2 runs. And I was like, well, you know, our staff's been a little up and down lately. I hope this doesn't turn into something bigger. Came out 3rd and 4th, shut down.
Yeah.
He's
Came
like
out
me in
5th,
wiffle ball,
one little
shut
inning
down.
and it's over.
Yeah. Our offense looked competent. You know, with how Vandy's pitching staff generally is, if we score like 7-8 runs, I kind of expect to win the game, and like kind of not make it close.
It's reminiscent of our women's basketball team.
Yeah, but like different.
Yeah,
Because
the
like
opposite of West Coast baseball.
yes,
Heavy pitching. We'll be lucky to get 5 runs.
yeah.
Doing better this year.
Yes, but I mean,
Old Jackie B.
we know we hit well out of conference. We always have. It's when we get to the SEC play that it gets a little bit more hairy. But anyway, so we're at like a 7-0 lead after 5.
7-0?
7-2. My
I
bad.
was going to say, I'm like, ooh.
And so in comes, they take Holton out because he's still on the pitch count or recovering from injury. Still pitched 5 innings. And in comes Grayson Carter. Grayson Carter had a rough outing in his first weekend of action. And it was strictly because, I think I talked about this in the last episode, the ump before the game spent like 9 minutes saying that like
you can't pitch the way you pitch.
Yes. And that didn't happen in this game.
Yeah.
And bro threw 3 scoreless innings where he was hitting like 103 on the gun. It was like the law if he could locate 2 other pitches. It was crazy. Genuinely wild. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was so hyped.
Talent, dude.
Like Gonzaga hitters who were 0-3 at the time, because they haven't played midweeks, like they couldn't touch it.
Yeah.
Like, I saw one pitch legitimately at the bro's forehead, and because at 103, you have to make the decision if you're swinging immediately, bro just immediately swung like 2 feet below it. I couldn't believe it.
I don't have time to take the bat off my shoulder.
The high ched.
Right on the pipe.
But it was crazy. So we get to the 8th inning, and we're up, I think at that time, 9-2. Get a run across, 10-2. At this point, we're starting to put in backups because we want to get some more freshmen. And,
we're getting some experience. They're warming up the bus.
So we have a guy named Ray Velasquez in.
Ooh.
He gets a hit in his first at bat.
Is that the dude from Everybody Loves Raymond?
Nope.
That's Ray Romano.
He gets a hit. It might even be a double. And in they put Braden Holcomb. Freshman, you wouldn't know it by looking at him. He's like 6'5", 245.
Uh-huh.
He's huge. He has like forearm tats. Like he looks like a grown man.
Boy, oh boy.
He looks like that wouldn't have made sense.
Whoa, now.
Did you play? Oh no, you didn't. So like there was a big thing like when you played sports when you were in like 7th grade where people would be like a lot bigger than others and they'd be like, he looks like he drove himself here, and that'd be like saying like, oh, he looks too big to be playing in this thing. I was gonna say that about Braden Holcomb, but that doesn't make sense. We're in college.
He looks like he drove himself here.
I'm like, well,
we can do that.
Yeah. But he's huge.
Big guy.
And
big boy.
he hits like the 3rd pitch, and I'm like, wow, what a pop out, because it was like a weird like. It wasn't like a super on-balance swing. It wasn't as reminiscent of like the Dominic Keegan where he like goes down to one knee almost and swings.
It's almost graceful,
Yeah, but it was just like he like leaned over and just kind of swung the bat head out.
It's like a weird Juan Soto hit.
Sure.
Like, it didn't look good, but you had some weird contact.
He's so big that I was like, oh, what a pop out. And then they go to it and you can just see it like flying. He's a right-handed hitter. This is going to left center.
Yeah.
And it just soars out.
Crazy.
And I'm like, well, we haven't really had a guy in the past, at least since I've been here, that I feel like can just muscle any ball out.
Yeah, the closest thing was like Jason Gonzalez once every 4 months.
Yeah, but that's not the same. I think the closest we had was Spencer Jones.
Oh yeah, he's big.
But like the thing is like Spencer Jones is obviously very strong.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to diminish any of the power he generates.
He's not about 350.
The thing is like, The thing about Spencer Jones is he gets so much power because he has so much rotation in his arms.
Yeah.
Like, he gets so much, like,
It's like a
swing.
catapult, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The longer it is, the more you get, you know?
Right. Like, that's Spencer Jones with his 6'7" frame and huge
this
arms.
guy's just big.
This guy's just big.
Huge.
He's like if Spencer Jones is about 3 inches shorter and about 2 times the width. He is. Have you seen a picture of him at that bat?
Yeah.
Okay. It is insane.
He's a big boy.
And he just muscles this ball out, walk off 2-run homer.
Which is just crazy because he's got about strike zone the size of you and me.
True. The thing is it was a second plate appearance of his career. His first one was on a rope line out to an outfielder.
Burnt through his glove.
Yeah, it was. he sees right through it. It's like, but no, and so like the thing is like that's good meaningful contact.
Yeah.
So he actually Holcomb then gets the start in games 2 and 3, which is cool.
Big.
He didn't really do a whole ton.
Yeah.
He walked some, which was more than I expected. Like, he to me screams like the power guy that, especially early in his career, is going to strike out a lot, but when he makes contact with that ball, it's like Jason Gonzalez when he was like a super senior.
He'll bat about 275 and strike out about
Half
725.
The time. Yeah.
That's right up to 100.
Yeah, no, it's, but like the 275 is all homers.
Yeah, he'll lead the league in homers and
and strikeouts.
Strikeout swinging.
Yeah. He's not there to walk, that's for sure. But he
walks.
Yeah, he displayed more plate
discipline.
discipline than I expected.
Yeah, if I'm huge, I'm swinging on every single pitch. I do not care where it is. I'm swinging.
Because
I do that anyways.
He legitimately has opposite field power. Like, he is the player that if the ball was in the strike zone, it can be out of the park very quickly. There's a certain amount that, like, if I'm pitching to Davis Diaz and I throw a ball outside, I might worry that he's going to slice it down the first baseline. But at the end of the day, I'm not at all worried about him hitting it out to right field.
Yeah.
So, like, him, terrified. Anyway, so Saturday comes. We start Bryce Cunningham. And Bryce looked okay. He had a pretty good first inning. Like a really dominant first inning, actually, now that I'm remembering it. It was like 3 strikeouts. They weren't even like within like 7 inches of any of the balls he threw. He had another one that was like a strikeout at like the forehead. And he throws like 96. So like, I mean, it's fast, but like...
But simmer down, guys.
Yeah,
Don't be swinging to that.
I'm not lying when I say that it was the like most clear ball I've ever seen in my life. Like
that's telegraphed.
and like I couldn't believe he swung.
Yeah. That's one of those your coach plays back a couple times.
Yeah, like the old Coach 30 videos?
Yeah.
Where he's like, light's too big, pissed down my leg.
Moment's too big, not a real athlete.
Yeah, that was that kind of moment where it was like, oh, I'm in an 0-2 count, I just want to get off the field, I don't want to be in the spotlight no more. Yeah,
I left my chewing gum back in the dugout.
He's like, oh, I just want to get some seeds, though. We have signs in our dugouts that say, no seeds, no tobacco, no gum.
Yeah, I do.
And then they immediately showed, Jonathan Vastine on second after a double, blowing a bubble.
It's every single time I watch a game on TV, those signs are clear in both dugouts. And you see... I'm like, what are we doing?
Least followed
Where's the law?
What's
happening?
But so in the second inning, Cunningham starts getting shelled a little bit because it's Bryce Cunningham. And that kind of seems to be a shtick.
And they said no nuts in the dugouts. And he's getting shelled.
It's true. It's a stupid joke. That's really bad. Gonzaga goes up early. And there wasn't a game that Gonzaga didn't score first in.
If only the basketball team was that way.
Yep.
They're ranked again.
Good.
23.
Good stuff.
Yeah, attaboys.
Bryce Cunningham gets through 3 innings, and I think he gives up 3 runs.
Ooh.
And we're like, shoot. Normally we want our starters to go a little bit more than 3 innings.
And have a little less than 3 runs in 3 innings.
Dude, it wasn't even 3. It was 5.
Ooh.
It was 5 runs.
Lord have mercy.
4 runs. Let me check the final score.
Hold on, boys. Let's get this straight.
Give me 1 second, please. I already have it up.
SeatGeek.
Hello, I accept. Okay, I'm sorry. It was 3 runs. I was right. The issue is our offense was terrible. Couldn't do anything to save our lives. But so in we throw Ethan McIlvaine.
Yeah.
And after a very shaky 3rd inning from Bryce Cunningham, Ethan McIlvaine throws 3 scoreless. Dog.
I like Ethan McIlvaine.
I do too. And you know what? After 3 scoreless, they throw in a guy named Brendan Seiber. Freshman or
Like the space?
It's Seiber.
Close enough.
So no. Throws 3 scoreless. I'm telling you, our freshman arms they're genuinely special.
Ain't that something? We say that every year, and every year it takes on more meaning.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Well, because then our freshman arms get to be junior arms.
I know, isn't that crazy? We're like,
And then some of them don't develop as much as I want them to.
You know, these things happen. You get a Christian Little every once in a while.
Yeah.
Still miss that boy.
Dude, he had so much stuff.
I know, he had so much potential. It was almost disgusting.
And then he went to LSU and he was even worse.
Yeah, it's really an abomination of sport. It's terrible what happened to him, man. It's like Markelle Fultz coming to the league.
It really was. It really
was.
was.
You just hate to see that happen.
But the thing is like Christian Little wasn't as likable.
Maybe one day he can.
Christian Little said when he went to LSU, it was the best pitching staff he has ever been a part of.
Yeah, that's gross.
And he came in when we had Jack and Kumar.
Yeah.
And we had McIlvaine and Maldonado and the Law and Hugh. Do you remember Hugh?
Hugh? No.
He was that 6'7" lefty with all like the really dirty hair. He kind of looked like a hobo that came off, and we'd put him only in left-on-left matchups in the playoffs, and immediately walk the guy, and then we'd take him out. You don't remember this guy?
No. What's his last name?
I don't remember. I remember it was Hugh.
This is crazy.
Was that 2021?
Yes, sir.
Vanderbilt baseball roster. He was a left-handed pitcher. Oh, wait, I have to do it by position.
Oh, while he's taking this moment, I would like to request a small moment of silence as Savannah's cat Mango was put down the other day. So, rest in peace to the boy Mango. We'll miss you.
I'll miss him so much.
I know.
Where is this? Was he a right-hander? This is not the right year.
Yeah. Is that 2020, 2021?
Mm-hmm. No, because Donye is on this team.
Oh, Donye.
Yeah.
Donye Evans.
Yeah, this is not the right year. Donye. Was it 2020, 2021?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, it was. Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah, I try.
Hugh Fisher.
Oh, he got drafted.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, he went to the Angels.
Yeah, but then there's no way he was good.
Yeah, no. But, like, a professional team picked that guy.
He's a left-hand pitcher that could throw, like, 98.
Yeah, but look at him. Not to disrespect Hugh Fisher. I do remember him now that you say Fisher. Because I did remember him getting drafted and thinking, they drafted anybody.
He was good back in the day. As a freshman...
Oh, he fell off?
As a freshman, made 8 relief appearances, posting a 2-0 record alongside a 1.94 ERA.
Holy moly.
Limited opponents to a 1.94 batting average in 9 innings while striking out 8. Did not allow an earned run in his first 7 outings.
Wow, ain't that something?
He apparently had a season-ending arm injury in 2019.
Devastating. I take back everything I said.
And then junior year canceled by COVID.
We wish him the best.
He also got selected by the Diamondbacks.
Oh.
In the 10th round. Angels? I think the Law.
Another pitcher, yeah.
The Law. But yeah, so do you remember Hugh?
Yeah, I do remember Hugh Fisher.
Dude, we'd put him in and be like, crazy. Left on left matchup. We're taking out Jack Leiter. We're putting in Hugh Fisher, huh? 4 straight balls. Who get out of the game? Like,
and they're having a mound meeting. Surprise.
Here comes Corbin. Like,
no, what's the Brown?
Well, yeah, but we take him out. We only send Corbin out when the guy's coming out of the game.
I did forget about that. Pitching coach doesn't even want to look at you.
Yeah. Hand me the rock, son. You're embarrassment to the program.
What's the radar gun say? 76. I remember when I threw 76. That was 11. Hand me the rock, son. You're an embarrassment to the program.
But anywho, back to the Saturday Gonzaga game. Offense, not working. Not even a little bit. It was bad. Some would say awful.
Yeah, some would.
But Brennan Cyber and Ethan McIlvain kept it to a very close game. And in the 9th, we walked off Gonzaga in the bottom of the 9th. It shouldn't have been as stressful as it was.
So was that 2 walk-offs in a row?
Well, one of them is a walk-off because we run-rolled them.
Yeah, run-roll.
One of them is a walk-off because we were down at the top of the 9th and then won the game.
Yeah, I still count that as a walk-off.
So that one is definitely a walk-off. The 8th is like...
Nah, they're both walk-offs. The other one's just the other team's bad.
Yeah.
Y'all can't play ball.
But when I think like walk-off, I think like...
It's not like good for your program. That's really cool. It's like just the other guys suck.
Yeah.
Walking off via run roll in the 8th.
So that leads us to the Sunday game. Mm-hmm. And the Sunday game,
no
we have Futrell on the mound. Our most consistent pitcher.
Devin.
He throws 5 innings of scoreless baseball.
Oh, what a stud. What a champion.
In comes Sam Laboki. we are at this point up 8-0.
Yeah.
7-0.
Yeah, good couple points.
No, it's 7-1. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go.
It is 7. Maybe Futrell gave up 1 run. Maybe it
wasn't earned. Who knows?
No, I think he gave up 1 run.
Okay.
Not the point.
We're just guessing.
Sam Laboki comes in the 6th. Has a great 6th.
Yep.
Maybe it's the 7th.
Has a great inning or so.
He has 1 great inning.
Yep.
He comes in, immediately gives up 4 runs, and loads the bases again before we pull him.
Yeah.
In we put a
now,
guy...
Who do you put in that situation?
Who did we put in?
I don't know. I wasn't in the game.
I know, I wasn't either, but I knew.
I don't know.
Who would you put in? How about I'll ask you that question.
In that scenario...
Noting that we have only had Grayson Carter and Carter Holton pitch. Whereas the people that have pitched on Saturday were McIlvain, Cyber, Cunningham. The rest of the roster is at your disposal.
That's a lot of guys, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you've got some... Does Grayson Moore still play?
Nope.
First guy comes to mind, doesn't play.
Do you know any of our other pitchers?
Futrell's a slower break-it ball guy, right?
Yeah, he's a fly ball pitcher.
How does what's his name play?
Who?
Laboki. Is he speed?
He's not really great at anything.
Fair enough, man. Who's our best, just pure velocity guy?
Grayson Carter.
Grayson Carter, he already played.
Yep.
Who else do we have at my disposal?
Can you name any other pitcher on the roster? You should be able to be clear.
He already said Cunningham. I feel old. I'm washed. Mm-hmm. The Mormon's Cunningham, right?
Nope, that's Jack Anderson.
Oh, and he's gone.
Yep.
Yeah. May you rest in peace. Just kidding. Dude, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't name another one.
That's crazy.
It's been a rough day, man.
I thought maybe Kenich you would do.
Nope,
J.D.
wouldn't
Thompson.
have thought of him, man. That sucks. He's cool.
We decided to put in a guy named Alex Kranzler.
Oh, I don't know about that, actually.
He's a freshman.
Yeah. I mean, freshmen have worked
is-
for us recently.
Is Alex
Sounded
Kranzler
Take that
has
back.
looked solid
Yeah.
in his first 2 outings. The issue is he immediately gave up a grand slam.
Yeah, it happens. I did see that one on Instagram, actually.
That one doesn't bother me for Kranzler because I don't think it's his
It's
fault.
1 earned run for him.
Yeah, and he inherited a load of bases. Like
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens.
So they put up an 8 spot. Kranzler then gets, I think he got a strikeout and then a grand slam and then he got the other outs. Like
There you go.
he
That's
literally
not bad.
let up like 1 hit. It was a home run, but it was 1 hit.
He just got set up poorly. He's just like me.
Yeah. But so actually we take him out after that. And we put in a guy named Miller Green. Miller Green. And he proceeds to throw okay, so I think it was the 5th, 6th, 7th.
7th was 8 runs.
7th was 8 runs. The
8th was Miller Green.
8th and 9th were Miller Green,
Oh,
who
that's
came in to a terrible situation and proceeded to get 6 straight outs.
Holy moly.
6
Are you
straight
kidding me?
batters.
Ain't that something? See him, sit him, honestly. Ain't that something?
Well, I'm so sorry for our headphone users.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was odd.
Was
Chris
tough
throws up on the podcast. But no, but so the crazy thing is so we're in the 8th. We get first and second, no outs. And we're down 2 at this point. It's 7-9.
The winning run is at the plate.
The winning run is at the plate. The tying run is at first.
Yeah.
I don't know. You call me crazy. I say you bunt in that circumstance.
Yeah.
I think you get them both into scoring position and at least get one home with a sac fly.
Who's at bat?
Well, we pinch hit. It was Braden Holcomb who was at bat.
Mm-hmm.
And we pinch hit a guy named Matt Ossenfort.
That's a tough name. I don't like that at all.
He has the record for high school home runs in a season in whatever state he came from.
Hey, good 35. For him, but wow.
Yeah, in one season.
Good for him.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Wow. That's legitimately insane.
Yeah. The thing is, though, like in my opinion, if we wanted a home run bat in...
Keep Braden Holcomb.
Yeah, keep Holcomb in.
If you're taking out Holcomb to pinch hit, I'm thinking you're getting a contact guy.
I'm thinking you're putting Calvin Hewitt in the game.
Yeah.
And he's going to put down a bunt and try to leg it out to first if he can.
Yeah, you're putting in a guy who will get on base maybe. And if he does get on base, he's fast, or just anybody to go. But if you're taking out our home run guy and putting in our home run guy...
A different home run?
Who's just not quite...
To be clear, Holcomb hadn't been seeing the ball very well that day.
Yeah,
so
sure,
I kind of get it, but I don't fully get it.
I'm not putting in somebody new to do the job of somebody...
Yeah. It was a bad little, in my opinion, it was not the best substitution.
Yeah, I don't know about that, actually.
And so, guess what happens?
Oh, double play.
Yep. He grounds immediately.
I already know.
He grounds immediately into a double play. We don't get any runs across. What's even worse is that we were like, well, shoot, now we need to be defensive. So we throw Jacob Humphrey in the outfield, who is a good defender.
Yeah.
We get out of the top of the ninth without even allowing a base runner because Miller Green.
Green apparently
the
is
Miller
insane.
Green Preservation Society.
The Miller Green
here.
show.
And in comes, I think Vastine gets on base, and somebody else no, I'm sorry, Leneve. No, okay, hear me out. Vastine gets on base, and I think Leneve. We get Vastine home.
Okay.
There's nobody on. Maybe we get him with a sac fly, maybe.
Something like that.
I'm not sure, but we are now down 1 run.
Yep.
And there is nobody on base.
How many outs?
I don't know if there are any.
Maybe 1 off a sac fly? Who knows?
Maybe 1. Troy Leneve is the next guy up.
Uh-huh.
And he gets a single. He is... this might not be exactly how this went, but I know at this point it is. Troy Leneve gets a single. And he is now on first. And in my mind, I'm like, pinch run Jacob Humphrey right now.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he'll steal second, if not third.
Yeah.
And then we have at least 1 chance, if not 2, to get a sac fly, send this game to extras, and how Miller Green's pitching, it's over.
Yeah.
We had put Jacob Humphrey in the outfield last inning.
Oh.
We couldn't pitch run.
He can't pinch run.
So we decided we're going to pinch run J.D. Rogers.
J.D. Rogers?
Who's a fine base stealer.
Yeah.
But we had pinched... I'm sorry, we had subbed in Hewitt and Humphrey in the 8th.
Oh, so those are your top 2.
So we have to...
So we're diving into the bag here.
We're putting J.D. Rogers at
Rogers.
first. J.D. Rogers proceeds to stay at first the entire time while people strike out and ground out, and then the game's over.
That sucks, man.
Oh, to be clear, what happened at the end of the game, I'm sorry, this isn't even it. Vastine wasn't the person who got in, because Vastine's the guy who struck out at the end of the game.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry, I'm pulling this up because it is the most ridiculous strikeout I've ever seen in my life.
This is not good.
The ball was like 7 inches off the plate.
Oh, no.
And like the ump was just tired. The ump was like, I need to go home.
He said, that's it.
He was just so upset.
I had to skip lunch today.
I'm sorry, I have a Verbo ad.
Dude, Verbo.
But like I remember it's a 2-2 count. They throw a slider on Vastine. Vastine takes because the ball is 7 inches to the right.
Yeah.
And they call it a strike. I couldn't believe it. Here, I'll show the 9th. That's the 7th. There's the double play, potentially.
Yeah. Look at those guys. I like the blue.
Okay. So, there. Miller Green's out of the top of the 9th.
We're in 90. I like that.
Yeah, so hit right here. It might be Diaz. Wall banger.
Oh, he did not get that.
No, he's terrible.
Yeah, he sucks.
Diaz gets to 2nd.
Oh, yeah. Standing double.
That's Espinal. That's Espinal. I'm lying to you. Yeah. Espinal's faster than I expected. Here comes Jaden Davis. Banger right through the gap right there. First and third. No outs.
And Allen there.
I'm wanting to pinch Jacob Humphrey right now, to be honest, but we can't.
Yeah.
So now we're first and third, 3-1. And, okay, so he gets a fielder's choice here because I think he legs it out.
Yep.
That makes sense. So there's one out. Leneve on first. Espinal went home.
Yep.
So now we're sitting here, and it's a 1-2 count. We've pinch run J.D. Rogers right here, and Diaz flies out on this crazy play, actually, by the second baseman.
That was kind of nuts.
And then here's the at-bat for our... I'm sorry, this is Jacob Humphrey, who actually gets a single to put the winning run on base. I forgot about that. The thing is if imagine we had somebody pinched and they were on second. So here's that's 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Look where he catches it.
Oh my gosh! You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna pause it on the exact
on the spot.
He catches it right there.
Wow, that's beyond the chalk line.
It might be like accounting for angle. It's probably above the chalk line.
Yeah. Wow, ain't that something?
And I know it's a sweeper, meaning that
it was in the zone, maybe a second ago.
The thing is like a sweeper naturally will cross the zone and then go out of the zone, right? So it's probably when it crossed it all matters where the ball is as soon as it crosses the plate, right? Like the strike zone, it doesn't matter if it's over the plate 10 feet away from the batter. So it's probably a little closer if the plate's here. The sweeper goes like this.
Yeah.
It definitely still didn't clip right here for that to be a strike.
Ump is saying that it swept inside and then out of the strike zone wall over the base, which just can't be true.
It is.
It can't have that much
it's a bad
instant
call.
Break.
Yes.
On the bag.
Yes. It doesn't.
I've only seen one worse call in my life, and it was the end of a Mariners Mets game, and it was a cool 8 inches straight away from his chest. And it was just a fastball down there.
I think the most missed call.
Should have walked to lose the game.
I think a most missed call in all of baseball though is umps missing just a pure middle fastball.
Yeah, ain't that something?
I don't know why.
Shoot, I didn't look at that one.
They're like ball. Anyway, so we lost that game.
Yeah, welcome.
That really sucked.
That does suck, man.
The issue
My
is
mom was at that game.
At that point, we're 5-3 with 3 losses, 1 to Gonzaga, 1 to Dayton, and 1 to Florida Atlantic.
FAU.
And the thing is in all 3 of those games, we had a multiple run lead.
Yeah.
Which leads me to this point. I'm not worried. Because I think it is much better that our pitching staff is having problems than our offense. Because our pitching staff, I know has the talent and I know has premier coaches.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's something you can fix.
I know that Vanderbilt pitching will revert to the point that I know Vanderbilt pitching can be.
We've gone through years of just struggling with offense and have not ever proven that we can overcome it throughout a season.
Yes.
Pitching, we have the talent, whether it be on the roster or, out there coaching. And if you're not firing right now, it will work out by the end of the season. Honestly, that's a constant.
I think it's just a pecking order thing.
Yeah.
I think it is quite literally just not ever, I think it's something instead of putting, Kranzler in that inning, they put in Leboki. Yeah. And I think moving forward, Leboki isn't going to get, he might get, a midweek low leverage kind of play to try to boost his confidence, get him back up in the idea. Because I think he's a decent pitcher.
Yeah, he's got it.
Like, he's a decent spot starter that we've had to put him in sometimes, where he can give you 4 innings of like 3-run baseball on his best day, which is valuable.
Yeah, you need that in instances. But in this instance, we've realized it's not his spot.
Right.
And that's what happens early in the season, especially when you have a pitching staff as extensive as ours.
He's what happened to Thomas Schultz last year.
Yeah.
Where he was the premier closer the year before.
Yeah, he was him.
And then he came in, he just didn't look good.
Yeah, it's not the same.
And
you have to find a spot for him.
Yes.
And that's not his spot.
Nope.
And it takes time to learn that, and that's something that definitely fixes over the season.
And we will get that.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, we played Indiana State today, who is a tournament team. If a 2
let's
seed,
note. They're consistent.
They had votes of getting in the top 25 this week.
They're pretty good.
And we destroyed them.
Yeah.
It was 20-4 by the end of the game.
Ain't that something?
J.D. Thompson pitched 6 innings of, like, I guess it was 4-run baseball, which is fine.
Yeah.
To be clear, it's not great, but it's fine, especially when your team is. Like, we put up, like, 3 in the first, 6 in the second, 1 in the third. Like, there wasn't an inning we didn't score in.
Yeah. Wow.
And so when you get to a point where you're up, like, 8, I feel like there's less pressure on a pitcher to put up zeros.
Yeah.
And so he probably was a little bit looser, able to go longer.
Yeah.
I think J.D. Thompson is a great pitcher on the staff. I trust him very much. I think in terms of pitchers that I trust right now, it's like Devin Futrell, number 1.
Uh-huh.
There's a chance I'm putting J.D. Thompson as my number 2 trusted pitcher.
He's nice.
He hasn't had a bad outing all season, where everybody else on the roster has had a bad moment.
Yeah.
J.D., like, not to say that his ceiling is as high as somebody like Carter Holton's, who I think is the best.
Yeah.
Or like even Grayson Carter, who, if he is as on as he was last Friday.
But you're wanting to put out a guy who produces.
Yeah, like,
and he produces, and you can trust that.
The only person I will put higher than him is Futrell.
Yeah.
Who will go out and give you 5 to 6 1-run, 2-run baseball.
And then take Kendall Cheeseman on a date.
Which is great for him.
Great for him. It's been a long time, actually, like years.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Jeez. I don't know how you're going to keep Jacob Humphrey out of the lineup after this game.
Uh-huh.
He made the most spectacular catch I have ever seen in the first inning. I'm showing this to you.
Okay.
Because it was the most, like, I was like, wow, that's a double in the first inning. That's not spelling too good for us.
Uh-huh.
And then this happened. And it should be like the second or third clip.
Yeah.
Because, so J.D. Thompson, yeah, it's a bit of a windy day.
73, wow.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous day.
That's a good day.
It's overcast and windy, too, so it didn't feel too hot.
Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty good.
So, they show first pitch. There's that. Whatever. Right here.
Sorry, guys.
Whack.
Wow, look at that. That's extra bases, man.
Yeah, no, he stole a double, if not a triple, if he misses this dive from this guy. Oh, they're not going to re-show it? Here, I'll do it again.
That's
the first pitch. Here it is. Whack.
Wow, well hit, fast, and pretty low out to right field. And he just got there.
To be clear, he followed that up by being our leadoff hitter and hitting a leadoff solo shot.
Ain't that something, man?
He also hit
That'll boost your confidence.
He also hit a 3-run triple in the game. Walked and then hit a single. He was 3 for 3 with a single, triple, and a home run. RBI count up to 5.
So how long has he been in the lineup?
This was his first day starting.
Wow.
I don't know how you keep him out.
Who are you taking out? Or is it cleared up because Bulger's out?
He was playing right field when Eve went to left. So technically,
is it because RJ came into the infield?
Well, yeah, RJ was playing first.
Because they had to mix up. Yeah. RJ played first?
Yeah.
Wow. He can do it all, man. He's talented.
We've played RJ at second, first, center field, left field, and right field this year.
Oh my gosh. And he could probably play a couple more. He's middle infield, he's first base, he's the entire outfield.
I don't think that there is a position we could put him in that he played third at the start of last year, if you remember.
I don't think he can catch.
No,
but we would never ask him to do that.
No.
That's it. That's insane.
You know, he pitched in high school?
I know.
He had like a 94 mile per hour fastball?
Yes. I thought we were going to have him pitch a little bit, but he's not that tall.
He's not a.
He just doesn't have the physicality to be a pitcher. But, geez, I've never seen a guy who can do it all.
If we ever ran out of players and needed a position player to pitch, he's your guy.
He's firing, dude. He's going to do great things in the league.
I hope so.
Because he's just got the tools, dude. But
he's a bad base stealer, which is crazy because he's so fast.
He's so fast.
Like,
I thought that was his thing. I thought like he'd follow up Enrique as our base guy.
Base stealing is so much more of an art than it is just speed.
I know. It's less of a talent.
Like, he got picked off today.
Or a skill more than it is a talent.
It was 2 outs, first and third, and he stole second and got picked off. Granted, their catcher is like
is nice.
He's like their conference's player of the year rating. Like, he's a very good catcher. Yeah. So, like...
Hey, do you remember Maxwell Romero?
I do. Played for the University of Miami last year.
I know, that's that.
Yeah. He was a power bat, big power bat.
He was a good player.
Yep.
I remember we lost him. I thought it was over.
To be clear, last year it was kind of over.
It kind of was over, man. We had Jack back there. We had Dom back there briefly.
None of them could throw out runners.
I know, and it just sucks to go from someone as talented as CJ.
Yeah.
But all that to say, when Jack comes back into the lineup,
I don't know who. Like, I think there are.
Who steps out?
My issue is that there are like 11 and a half guys that I think I want in the lineup, and I'll name them.
Yeah.
Espinal, Austin, Jaden Davis, Diaz, Vastine, Hewitt, Humphrey, Leneve, Kojal, Bolger, who am I missing? Like Holcomb. That might be it.
That's too many.
I mean, it's too many.
Yeah, that's correct.
The thing is Bolger has the highest average on the team right now.
I know. And my first thought was, he ain't making it back in the lineup.
Like, he's batting...
he's batting, like...
To be clear, he's batting, like, 370 over, like, 30 plate appearances.
Isn't that insane?
Yes.
Man, he epitomizes everything I don't like about life.
That's crazy. I mean, if he hits well, like, I don't have any problem with him, to be completely clear.
Yeah, but I
don't want him in the field, though.
If I've seen it once, I've seen it a million times, bro. Whether it be him batting or any other aspect of my life, I hate inconsistency. You know me. I need things to be consistent.
He's been consistent this year, though.
Hey, but he won't be. I'll tell you that right now. He will go through a several-week stretch where he has less than 5 hits.
Well,
over about 3 weeks.
To be clear,
I'm putting it in right now.
He pulled his hammy, so he's not. I don't know how he's playing next.
We'll see, I suppose. I do wish him the best. He just epitomizes everything that bothers me about life.
That's true.
It really grinds my gears.
Yep. Well, that's all the sports.
Baseball.
We play Evansville tomorrow.
Ooh, the Purple Aces.
Yes, another very good mid-major team.
They upset that Duke team in basketball like 5-6 years ago.
They took us to 17 innings last year.
Ain't that something?
So, which is where J.D. Thompson got his first start.
Yeah, look at that.
So, we'll see how that goes. We didn't use almost any pitchers today. We used J.D. Thompson, and we used 1 inning of Dutkanich. Yeah. And the thing is, everyone kind of expected Dutkanich to start tomorrow.
He primarily was a starting guy last year, was he not? Dude, are we Christian Littling him?
He got injured really early last year.
Oh my god!
But he was our midweek starter, yes. I think that there's a chance we're moving him to be our Saturday starter.
That would be cool. I just don't want to see him not starting. Because we've done that before, and we've ruined guys' careers off that stuff, man.
If he's not starting, he is going to be... it's going to be like... So Friday and Sunday are going to be like 6 innings and 3 innings.
Yeah.
I think Saturday is an inning where we're going to have like 3 guys go 3+.
Yeah, he's going to be
one of those 3 guys.
He's going to be, if not starting, he's going to be your like middle of the game elongated stretch guy. Yeah. 3-4 innings. He's not going to go in there and give you 1 or 2 at the end.
Yeah.
Like, he's a pitcher who pitches for
multiple
innings. And that's what he does.
And so, whether
I want to see him do it.
Whether that's a midweek starter or a weekend starter, right now I would trust people to start the game. I would trust Holton. I trust Dutkanich. I trust J.D. Thompson. I trust Futrell. That's about it.
Dude, we got a kind of beautiful thing going on where
And McIlvain, honest. I would trust Ethan McIlvain once they get him up there.
yeah, I play 2K sometimes, right? And I don't play 2K. I play my league, and I just take a team and I say, all right, Orlando Magic or like Detroit or someone terrible, I'm gonna make you guys good. And it takes me a year or two, but they end up being really good. And I make some nice trades and I draft some people, and I always at the end have a trouble of I have too many good people and I don't know who to start and who to give minutes to. I also always trade or draft a couple of Gonzaga guys, so I am really biased towards them. And my issue is always, there are enough minutes in a game, there are enough starting spots for everyone I enjoy. And this is reminiscent of that struggle where I'm like, dang, dude.
There are 36 innings
I just don't know.
in a week cycle.
I don't know how to give these up fairly. Because they got talent on this roster, bro. Mm-hmm. Stuff is crazy.
The thing is there are 36 innings ideally. There are 36 innings in a week cycle.
Yeah.
You want 6 to go to Holton. You want 6 to go to Futrell.
Yeah.
You probably want, if J.D. Thompson's your midweek, you want him to go 6.
Yeah.
I mean, that's already 18. That's half.
That's already half.
No, that's not.
No, we're stupid.
That's a third. No. 6, 12, 18 is half of 36.
Yeah, because that's 3, and it takes 6 innings.
So you have another 18 innings to give to like 9 guys.
Yeah, that's like 2 innings each.
And like
I do not want that.
I want Grayson Carter to have 3 if he's on.
Yeah.
I want Kanich to have like 4. I want Bryce Cunningham if he's on to have at least 3.
Yeah.
I want Ethan McIlvain to have a good number. I want Brendan Cyber and Miller Green to have a good number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's not even including,
I keep hearing new names.
And that's like I'm not even including guys who are starting off a little bit iffy. Like Sawyer Hawks has looked terrible this year so far. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he was our highest profile pitcher.
Talent,
he pitched for Air Force last year.
Oh my gosh.
And he had like a 2.3 ERA
gosh.
He was their like most used pitcher.
Wow.
So like he has it in him.
So give him a couple weeks and we'll be saying he's got to have 3.
Yeah. You know, then you have Leboki, who I think he probably is a guy who I want to have
get it figured
1
out.
or 2.
Yep.
That's not even including guys like Alex Kranzler, who's looked very good.
We don't have as many 1-inning guys. Like, I feel like in the past, we've been piecing together, okay, if this guy gives me 1, if this guy gives me 1, if this guy gives me 1. Just wanting that 1 good inning. We got a lot of guys.
This is what I'm saying, that like I think that we have an insanely talented pitching staff.
We've said this like three years in a row.
But
like,
if you remember,
this is the best.
I don't think I did not say last year was the best pitching staff we'd ever had, because
last
this year
we skipped a lot of statements.
Down could be the best. Like
none of
them are Leiter Kumar, but like
I don't know, man. We got like 4 of the law.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's hard, man. And
I hate to be the guy that has to tell players that talented that they're not getting time.
Yeah, and like the thing is like David Horn is coming back from injury.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about David Horn.
Mm-hmm. He's coming back from injury still.
Wow.
Imagine when he gets back in.
Dude, this is crazy stuff. And even the offense is nice. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Ain't that something, man?
Imagine Braden Holcomb develops into like a good home run hitter.
Yeah. And we've got everything. We got the pieces, man.
Like Kojal, who is the freshman who has been hitting since day 1 for us. He started off a little not as good, but in the past 17 appearances, he is. I'm updating it from when they told at the start of this game. Mm-hmm. Before this game versus Indiana State, in the past 13 appearances, he was 6 for 13 with 4 walks. Meaning he is 10 for 17. Maybe it was 5 for 13. So maybe it's 9 for 17. With like 3 strikeouts.
If my math is right, that's above 50%.
It's above 50% OBP. As soon as they said that, he hit a single, he hit a 3-run home run, and he might have grounded out in the next one.
Lord have
But like that's still like you're only improving your like he's starting to be a very good player.
Have you seen those TikToks where it's like whoever does whatever, if whoever did that, his average would go down?
Yes, yeah. But so baseball's good. We have Evansville tomorrow. Maybe I'll live tweet one of these games.
Yeah. it's good to see some joy in the podcast.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's been rough, man.
It's been a hard
It's been
time for
rough.
Vanderbilt sports.
We've been clinging to women's basketball's early season. Because they went through a rough stretch. It's nice to see them winning again. We've given up on Jerry and the boys.
Yep.
But it's so nice to have
I
baseball
don't even
again.
watch anymore. Let's
Like,
see what
we're
the score
winners.
is.
Yeah, I was about to say, we already going to be down like 10. I already know.
Put in your bets.
Oh, how much? What time?
Second half, 15 minutes to go.
15 minutes to go, and it's at
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Arkansas is a solid team, but not great. They got Eric Musselman, and I hate him. He's one of my bottom 3 people I despise in this world.
This is the last thing that we'll do. Give me a guess of what the score is right now.
48-61.
It is 45-41 Vanderbilt.
Oh my gosh. Eric Musselman's the biggest loser in the history of college basketball.
You just took an L to a soon-to-be coachless team.
Are you kidding me? We are hiring.
Literally.
We're hiring, and you guys are losing. That sucks, man.
Vanal Lubin's 14-11 and 0-7 for 8 from the floor.
The greatest game I've ever been to was that Arkansas game.
Last
with
year.
Anthony Black.
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
crazy.
gosh.
Didn't Ezra get ejected that game?
He did. It was awesome. It was beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye, man.
Yeah.
I love basketball for that reason.
Well, we will
good,
be.
man.
Yeah, it's been a lively episode.
Been good.
I'm excited for next week, and we will be back next week to talk about more of all 3 sports.
So many sports.
So that being said, all the way from the Curb Center Studios here in Nashville, Tennessee, this has been Show 'Em The Dore.